Yes.
Cheers.
I said I was bringing you home.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yes.
Coming straight from
The mountain.
the mountain, the waterfall.
Yeah.
We look a mess.
We look washed out.
Yeah. I mean, I had a great time.
Oh, it was amazing. I haven't even let it soak in yet. So.
I had a great time because it was an amazing experience that I haven't been in water for a long time. So, and I was bet by the ocean. I'm an ocean baby, so
Wow.
yeah, my village is Buzia, and one of the spiritual grounds of Ghana. And I remember when we were kids, we would swim all day, and I haven't been by water in a long time. So when Dr. Labi said we were going to the water, I was super excited.
Yeah.
I was super excited. I think, and that's the only reason why I probably would upload this video. I hardly upload videos that quick because I have a lot of videos in the queue. So I take my time to edit them, go through them. But I'm loving this, and we about to start a fast as Mother Fast community.
Yeah.
From Friday. So I think I needed this cleansing. And I'm glad we're able to. So it's like I'm cleansed for the fast. That's why I took it personally. So the timing is ridiculously amazing. And the powers that be are constantly on the move. They are constantly showing you how to do it, when to do it, where to go, or who to go with, you know. Like, I mean, for you to be a part of the trip. And I didn't even know you last week.
Okay.
Yes, I didn't even know you last week, and a few days later we old friends.
Yeah,
that's amazing. So, welcome. This is the house. I hope our little ghetto.
No, it's beautiful. It's not a ghetto, guys. No. You have to come visit. It's beautiful.
Nah, she's hyping it up.
No, it really is lovely. I don't have a green thumb. So this is like incredible to see that you created all of this with your hands, with your, and then also with your spirit, because you have to keep them alive. With like the energy, you know. So.
Every single plant you see around is my baby, literally.
Yeah. Wow. They look well loved. And they look like family.
Yeah, they're family. The only sad thing is that because I started traveling a lot, some of them were dying. So I got to replenish them. Bring new ones in. But this is our little ghetto.
It's sweet.
And this is where most of the family members now are going to come in. There are a couple of rooms available.
Oh, okay. It's lovely inside too. It looks really cozy.
You didn't even go inside?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, I sure did.
Oh, you did.
I went through the living room area to the washroom, and it's just a nice, good feeling. It's beautiful inside. It really is nice. So I could imagine what you guys are gonna do when you get that land. It's gonna be insane.
You want to talk about land? Like
yes, right.
The land is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome. The funny thing is, if I'm not lying and they're watching, over 10 members of the community have already seen what's going to happen on the land.
Really? Wow.
And I didn't communicate to them. Like they had no idea the kind of structures I want us to put up, the kind of things I want us to do there. But we have meditation classes. So during one of our meditation classes, some of the members, they all saw exactly what is going to happen on the land.
Wow.
And how the land is going to look like. So I don't think that this community is man-made. It's created in the dimensions. And we just doing the little touches to it.
Wow.
And we're not big, but we've got some amazing family members who are constantly supporting, constantly being behind me and making sure that the vision that it is, we running it. You know, making sure that we're running it. So I'm super humbled by them. I'm blessed by them. Guys, you know I love you, right?
We love you.
Yeah, you know, like, so I'm super excited for the many
Yes.
things we're gonna do together.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that is why when we had our first conversation, I was like, we can teach your gift, what you majored in, what you are into right now, right here.
Yeah.
We don't have to wait till we are in the community.
It's true.
It doesn't have to be 50,000, 100,000 people watching. Even if it's 5, 6, 7, let's start teaching now.
Yes, I agree. I agree. And that's one of the things that Spirit has been trying to get on me too, to not, because I'm a perfectionist, and you probably understand this too a little bit. I sometimes procrastinate because I want it to be absolutely the perfect thing, the perfect time, and things like that. I learned to lighten up a little bit, and I'm action orientated, of course, but sometimes, especially when it's something sweet to me, I really take too much time sometimes. And so now I've been like planning this whole thing I want to bring out to the people. I want to make it, here we are. Let's do it. You see,
We
like
started.
you just said.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need no cover letter, no workbook. Okay, I just need to speak to the people. And so, you're right.
I think I picked this for my dad because my dad never waited to get everything right before he started. My dad started building his hotels with his children. Because I remember when we were kids, when everybody used to get up and go to school and go and study and have their parents come drive them to school, drop them off and all of that, we were laying blocks.
Wow, yeah.
As far as I can remember, 6 years old, we would lay blocks. So we wake up in the morning, you lay about 10 blocks before you go to school.
Wow, that's so cool.
That's my dad. So he, right from the get-go, he taught us how to build, how to construct, how to do plumbing, how to do a little carpentry, how to do a little electrical works. And we were just his kids. And he had a lot of kids, so he would make his kids.
He knew what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing, exactly. Like, he made his kids do the work.
That's it.
So
Brilliant.
From growing up, I've always known that you don't gotta wait for everything before you start.
Yeah.
Just start with what you got.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's and I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I agree. I think I was waiting. I said I was gonna put together a program and market it online and stuff. No, God said no. I'm gonna send you someone that's gonna help you get your message out or whatever you need to say or whatever I want to say through you. And so, now we're here.
Now we're here. So we said today we're gonna talk about obedience.
Obedience. Yes, we did say that. So, what I do know is that when you do start this journey, and everyone knows this, like once you surrender and then allow yourself to see, because the information is always available, right? At all times. Spirit is always trying to get our attention, always trying to connect with us. Spirit is our best friend. It's within us. Within us, we all have that spirit within us. So what happens is we start running away from ourselves. A couple of things happen. You make a couple of mistakes. You start thinking, oh, I can't trust myself. Or I can't trust God because I asked God and He didn't come through. Or God did this. God took away this from me or this person from me. So God is not really on my side. So I'm going to go this way and run outside of myself. And you quickly find out that there is nothing out there. You quickly find that out. You quickly find out that nothing out there can satisfy you, because you can get things and you can get people, but you won't be satisfied. And that's where you find a lot of addictions. This is where addictions come in at, because you're looking for God within people. You're looking for people to be God for you, and that's never going to happen. So you have to pull back. You have to take some time, and then you have to just tell yourself and discipline yourself enough to say, whatever Spirit says, I'm just going to surrender and let it happen, even if it's uncomfortable. And then that's where we have issues where our ego come into play, or we feel like we know better than Spirit, and then that's when you will be reprimanded. And we was discussing that about our reprimand. And a lot of right now, I've been warned by Spirit a few times. Spirit's been talking to me, and I'm like, okay, I hear you, but I'm still doing what I want to do in that situation. And in that happening, Spirit has given me different things has happened. And those things, and you know it's Spirit, especially like you said when you're on that spiritual path, you know it's Spirit, because it's just it's a constant conversation. It's a constant conversation that you're having. And if you're on the path, you're gonna hear Spirit speak to you. So you have to be obedient, because it's a reason for it. Same like if you're a child and the parents is telling you to listen. It's a reason why Spirit is saying that. And if you're not obedient, it's not so much about the reprimanding that you're more concerned about. It's about the blessings you're gonna miss from being disobedient. Because really, you're sailing. I'm sailing because I don't have no worries. I don't have no concerns, because I am consciously doing God's work. Consciously. I'm constantly waking up every day and asking God, what would you have me do today? And really working towards doing it. And then it's not even a conversation at this point. It's more so of a reaction, or it's just part of who I am now. Like, I just listen, I just obey. But again, we're human, and sometimes we want to do what we want to do. So what happens when you're not, and this is another thing, what happens when you're not listening or not following the directions of your spirit, you're going to fall. And you're going to fall harder than before, when you didn't really know God, when you wasn't really connected. You're going to fall much harder, because you know better, is basically what the Spirit is saying. We already been through this. Why are we here again? And I know we're having this conversation. I know you're responding to me. I know we have this relationship, and I know you have my instruction. And there's a reason why I'm giving you this instruction, because there's work that needs to be done, really important work that needs to be done. And so you hold up the process. You hold up the process, and when you hold up that, and when you be granted with a certain spiritual, what you would say, gift. When you've been granted with that, you have a certain responsibility, and it's not about you. It's really about the mass. It's about the people. It's bigger than you, and if you've been called, you have to kind of fall into this. Surrender. Or you're gonna delay yourself. You're gonna delay. You're gonna be uncomfortable. You're not gonna. The flow is gonna. Not be the same. Your money might get tied up, or it's just gonna be all kinds of glitzes that happen when you don't follow the direct path. When I'm on that path and I listen every step of the way, I don't have no problem. I fly. I just slide through with no issues. Even if issues come up, they can't touch me. They're right there, but they can't touch me. But when I don't listen, I'll smack right into the wall. When I do listen, I'll go through the wall.
You don't smack to the wall?
No, I'll go through it.
You go through the wall?
I'll go right through the wall. I don't even have to climb up.
So there's no hindrance, there's no block?
None. When you're obedient, there's no block. There's a certain kind of blessing that you have. There's a certain kind of peace that you have. That is how they say, just you can't even comprehend it. The peace is so intense, and the joy is so intense. It's unimaginable. People don't understand how you're able to have this kind of joy, how you're able to be that peaceful under circumstances, especially when there's things going on around you. They don't understand how you can do that, and it's by being obedient. My obedience is what carries me, is what keeps me. It's what it feeds me, it clothes me. It gives me everything. It's nothing that I need when I'm connected to Source and listening to their directions.
So somebody would say, what are you talking about, Kim? Like, when you said listen, obviously you're talking to people that are spiritually inclined, but what of me that I have never, what do I have to listen to? When you say obedience, is there somebody standing there telling me go here, go here? what am I to listen to? What am I to obey?
Right. Well, basically, what some people may understand is the Holy Spirit. There's an energy within us that is connected to a higher source, right? And so that energy is built in for a specific person, purpose, and it is to pretty much give us the guidance. It's a blueprint. It's already built in. You don't really need to go nowhere. You don't really need a book. Or everything that's outside of you.
You don't need a book?
No, you don't need a book. Everything that's outside of you is to confirm everything that's you already have inside. It's just a confirmation.
So there can never be a thing outside telling you something new.
No, you have it all in here, but we still go outside of ourselves. It's all here, but we go out there, and then they tell us go back. 'Cause most of the religions, not many, but it's spirituality specifically, they tell you go back inside. You know, you go out, you say, can you help me? Can you help me? And spirituality say go back in. And so, what I'm saying as far as that is concerned is that when you're ready, the book that you need will appear. And all it's going to do is confirm what you already feel and know.
When you're ready, the book that you need would appear. Or let's say the teacher that you need will appear.
Yes.
And all that the teacher is here to do is to confirm who you are already. And what you're supposed to do.
That's it. Because there's a block. There's a block within you at some point, and you're trying to really, everyone's seeking, right? So you're trying to find out, find God. I want to find God. I want to find success. I want to find this magical, this magic everybody's talking about. I want to tap into this. Everybody's looking all out, everywhere outside of themselves. But it's right in here. You don't need anything. You don't need any money. You don't need a crystal. You don't need anything. All you need is right here.
Wait. So you don't need money, you don't need crystal, you don't need altars, you don't need none of that. No. Before all of those external things come about, you first need to be aware of what you already carry. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. The whole world is within you. It's within you. So when you go inside and you tap into that energy, that energy is going to connect you directly to source, and then it's a clear channel, and then it's a clear conversation. Then you can hear it. Some people have visual, some people have dreams and visions. It comes in different ways, but you have to be in tune with it. You have to be connected with self and source, and how you do that is first of all disconnecting with the world. You have to disconnect. You have to. You can't live outside of yourself, trying to be godly. It's righteous. It's impossible.
So the only how to start obeying you. Literally, that's you're obeying you.
Basically,
you're not obeying anybody or anyone else or any leader, what have you.
That's it.
You're obeying you.
Yep.
But the only how to start obeying you is to disconnect from everything and everyone else.
Yep.
And spend some time with yourself.
Yep.
And you spending time with yourself, you would be aware of everything you are going to meet out there.
Yes.
I mean, this is what I'm just rephrasing the words you are saying.
Yep.
I'm not saying anything new.
No, exactly. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly it. Like you said, it's you. It's the God in you. There's a God in all of us. There's a God, goddess in every one of us. So we have to connect with that spirit spiritual energy, that God energy within us, that's connected to source, because that energy, it has a direct link
to source.
And and the only way you can get there is if you cancel the noise.
But wait, let me get this. That energy is connected to source, but you are not that energy. That energy is in you.
Exactly.
So you are in this body of yours. You are somehow in this body, number one. And two, there's the source energies, source connectivity or connector, also dwelling in there.
Yes.
No,
yes.
I have a program I teach called the I Am program. And you don't even know I teach a program like that called the I Am program. She doesn't know. That's why she doesn't know much about what I teach and the things I say. Till she started watching a little videos. I think she watched what I uploaded a couple of days ago. When the gods started teaching me, that's the first thing they said to me. You are not your spirit. You have a spirit. And this spirit is what connects you to the Creator.
Yes.
So for you to connect to the Creator, you don't need to connect through anybody or anyone.
Yeah.
The connector to the Creator is already sitting in you.
Yeah. Period.
So you obviously have a body, right? You saying you have a spirit too.
Yes.
That connect to the source. And there's the real you. Then you have a mind, which most people say the soul. So as an entity, you have 4-dimensional levels sitting as one person.
Yes.
It means as an individual, you are never anywhere by yourself.
Right.
You're never alone.
Exactly.
Is that what you're saying? Because that is where I stand. And me and you have never had this conversation.
Yeah. No, we haven't. And that's exactly what I'm saying.
So the real you is what I call the I Am self.
Okay.
I say this is the same I Am self that according to the Bible, Moses supposedly met and called this I Am self the Creator. And this I Am self gave Moses an individual commandment that would make him different from everybody else, because everybody's I Am self is telling you what to do. And Moses now, if the stories are true, Moses now tries to teach everybody else his command from his I Am self and try to enforce everybody else to keep to this command that he has received from his I Am self, saying this is the command that you got to obey.
Wow.
So following such commandments, you are denying your own existence.
Hey. Wow. There you go.
I know if you guys are joining in.
Yeah. No, I'm just taking that Moses thing, and that was a good one. I like that.
You are denying your own existence because you are not obeying who you are. You are obeying something else and somebody else's experience.
Yeah. And I am not your God. That's what I tell my clients. I am not near. You know what I mean? I'm doing me. Please don't mind me. I'm just, when I show up in my client's life, and this is what I tell them, I'm here to get you over to the next side, whatever next side you're trying to get to. Sometimes I worked with clients in HIV and AIDS. I was an HIV and AIDS case manager for 6 months. I couldn't do, every month I lost a patient. And they was calling me Madam Death in my office because I kept, and nobody else was losing patients but me. And I knew Spirit is funny. So I was like, oh, so you're just sending all of them to me because you know I'm going to coddle them all the way to the end and get them over to the other side. So that's why he was sending them to me. But me being in my flesh self, I couldn't handle it. I just was overwhelmed with all the death and, you know, but I was very good at it. I was very good at assisting the families I was very good at doing the extra to go see the family, hold people's hands. I was doing all that, and that's why God sent those people to my table. But it was fine, and those things, those type of I was trying to say something regarding what you were saying. I kind of lost my
no, you went to the part where you were trying to explain how you was an HIV AIDS kind of officer for 6 months, because I'm coming back from trying to make you a god.
Right. Right. So that was my thing. I was like, so I did that for a while, and then I had left. But yeah, I just try to explain to them that I'm here for transitional purposes. Spirit sends me when it's time for you to transition. That's the only reason why I'm not here for you to mark my life to be like me. I don't like that at all. I don't like that energy at all. I don't like that fanny when somebody's fanning, like really like, and so I really prefer, and I really try to redirect my clients' attention back to their inner selves. Because it's not about what I'm talking about. It really isn't. I'm just here to get you back to yourself. I'm not here to teach you my rules or regulations. I'm just telling you my experience, how I live, because you seem to be interested, first of all. But it's not for you to follow step by step. You don't follow my life step by step. Oh, well, how do you do that? Let me do it like you. No. Because you have a specific plan within yourself. That's why you have a spirit inside of you to give you direction. It's simple. I mean, we're made perfectly. We don't need to go nowhere to get anything.
We are made perfectly.
Yes, we really are.
Each and every single one of us is made perfect.
Yes, we really are. We really are made perfect.
There's nothing wrong with anybody.
No, I think if you're here on this planet, you have a purpose. Whether you follow it or not, that's on you. That's free will. That's what free will coming at. But if you're here on this planet, you're breathing, there's a purpose for your life.
There's a reason why you were sent here.
Yeah. And so you're part of the perfect plan. So, and the spirit within you is perfect. Right. So the judgments that we all seem to have so much of, right? And I don't even pretty much judge religion, because it was needed for when it was needed, and it served its purpose when it served its purpose. It was a graduation for me from certain religions. I don't like when religion becomes political. That's when it becomes a problem. When religion starts becoming political and it starts intertwining with people's agendas.
We just having a conversation, and you just said something. You don't like religion becoming politically endowed, which politics would use religion to spearhead what its intentions are.
Yeah.
So if everybody is sticking to their religion and just observing what their religious practices and beliefs are, which technically you don't need religion.
Nope.
But if you some way somehow, because of free will, find yourself in religion, then cut off the identities that you identify with religion, because basically religion is not supposed to be an institution.
Right.
Religion is simply supposed to be a ritual that an individual keep practicing over a period of time. So what we are doing right here can be our religion, because this is what we are doing. Right? But the actual processing of that is spirituality, because that is when you are actually tapping into your energy self to commune with the source.
Yes.
Right? Now, if everybody is in the perfect plan and everybody is here to execute the perfect will of the Creator, then it means that you just being you is perfect.
Yep.
That's all you have to be.
Yep.
You don't got to be anybody else.
That's it. Yep.
So why do we live in a society where everybody is trying to be somebody?
Right.
Role models.
Right. Exactly. Well, because they haven't tapped into us. Because if you go to Source will let you know that you have a unique individual with a unique plan. And you will feel special. You will understand that, oh, I have a special mission here from God. I didn't know. And now I have purpose. I can move in purpose now. And so when you have that, everything else just kind of falls at the... You don't see anything else. Like you said, you just be moving. Yeah, because you don't... Nothing else really... You know, everything else is kind of coming together according to your situation. It's coming together to enhance your situation. Because that's how the flow goes when you're hanging out with Spirit. When you're hanging out with Spirit and you're just doing Spirit's will, allowing God to have His will in your life. What else? What? You don't need anything else. You don't even see anything else. You're so content till it's not even funny. You don't need much. Because your ego starts shedding. That's what happens. And that's the answer to your question. Your ego starts shedding. You don't have an ego to interfere, you know, to feed, you know. And that's what happens. You don't be embarrassed as much. You don't be humiliated as much. You don't be ashamed or feel guilty. You don't have those things, you know, weighing you down. You be relieved of all those things, you know. So, I mean, it's just a smart decision. People ask me why you treat people kindly. You know, you're too kind. Basically, what they say sometimes. Why? Because this is what my spirit tells me to do. My spirit tells me to love people when I see them. Period. Love them. With every bit of you. When you be around somebody, you love them. You send love from your spirit to them. And that's what I do. I don't have much to offer. But I bet you that energy is priceless. You know? And people remember that energy. Oh, when I was around her, I felt okay. I felt good. Because I believe that in you. I believe that you are a divine energy. And I'm honored to be sitting with you. And you could be the president of this country, or you can be a homeless Kaye girl. Okay? And I still feel the same way about you. And that's a blessing to have that versatility, that openness to love people the same.
Because you recognize the source in everybody.
Yeah, because I don't really see them or the outside circumstances. I go directly to their spirit and what's going on in there. I go directly there.
So nobody influences your relationship with everybody else or everyone you're encountering. You're not, you know, most people do this when they're about to have a conversation with somebody, have a relationship with somebody, start a business, what have you, with somebody. They are constantly waiting for somebody to tell them what they think about the person.
Yeah.
And that so much can and has the highest possibility of being misguided. Because how do you then ask somebody that is not to explain what is, meanwhile the person you're trying to explain what is not? How do you come to that? So how do you help somebody who has trust issues, who has been hurt in the past, who have gone through brokenness, who have gone through series of betrayals from loved ones, from couples, from children, to get them to come to a place where they can willingly open up their hearts again and say, you know what, I'm still going to give you a fair chance. I'm still going to love you the same. I'm still going to allow you be you. How do you help somebody like that?
Compassion. You have to start with compassion. You have to first start with compassion for yourself. See, the thing is, when we get in relationships, it's so easy, especially when you're living outside of yourself. It's so easy to point the finger at somebody else. It's so easy. That's the easiest thing to do. It's say, oh, you did this and you did that and you did that. And I'm exempt from everything, you know. I didn't do anything wrong, but you did every single thing wrong. That's not reality. That's not the truth. So first we gotta find compassion and then find some truth. Let's be honest. That's what I try to really get with my clients. That's the first thing I say. Let's find what the truth really is. You know, because sometimes the truth can be distorted. We create our own truth, or create narratives that's not even there. So I really try to get them to get real clear on what the truth is and what their truth is, and from there we start with compassion. And once we start with compassion, we do forgiveness of yourself, because you chose that person, and you stayed in that relationship because you was given signs to leave, and you chose to stay. So now you first have to forgive yourself for staying and for loving that person, loving someone that didn't love you enough. You got to forgive yourself for that.
So do you walk away
from the person, from the situation? You can. I always suggest space, and not leaving somebody. I never ever tell somebody to leave unless somebody's in danger. But I always recommend space. Space is good. Space is always good in relationships, because what happens is, because the way in which the world is set up for us to become codependent, and so where we can't do nothing without the other one. You understand? So what I really encourage, especially with my women, is to try to find a way to be interdependent with your partner, because when you depend on somebody too much, that's when a lot of all of this extra negative energy come in. But if you holding your weight and they holding their weight, then you could find a space where you could come together and try to make it work. It's not always going to work. All relationships are not meant to last. So don't, if something ends, you have to make peace with it. And sometimes it's not going to end pretty. And you have to take the lessons from it. Everything happens for a reason, and there's lessons in everything. Spirit will not allow you to go through something in vain. It's a purpose. Nothing is by accident. So you have to just accept that you invited that in, because it was something inside of you that may have been broken and needed attention. And so when that person comes out, they're going to poke that something inside of you. All those hurting places, all those places where daddy wasn't there, all those places where mommy left you and neglected you, they're going to come poking those places. All right, so what you have to do too is really, and this is one of the things that's important, I think, in relationships, is you can't expect anything. You can't. People think that you gotta go. Well, they have to do it. No, they don't. I never go into a relationship expecting them to do anything but be themselves and come showing up as they are. And sometimes we want so much for people to be so many different things to us, and we put so much pressure on relationships when just come and hang out and just be relaxed and cool. You guys working together. If something comes up, talk it out. Communication is very important. But how to get over betrayal? One step at a time. It's not going to be an overnight thing, because you have to understand that you're not a victim. That a lot of times people put their stuff on you. It's not about you. A lot of times they in pain, and so people in pain issue out pain. That's what they serve up. So you have to kind of, again, that's where compassion comes in, forgiveness comes in at. Because once you forgive and have compassion for yourself and say, well, you didn't know